Now, let's see. He's sure to call on Miss Hubbard. We'll try to catch up with him there. Come on, Jess. We can take a shortcut along the back road. Pat jolted off along the bumpy back road to Miss Hubbard's. It was a very rough ride, and when they were almost there, the road was blocked by Peter Fogg's trailer. There wasn't even enough room to turn round to go back. So Pat jumped out, put Jess in his bag, and ran across the field to Miss Hubbard's cottage. "Hello, Pat," said Miss Hubbard. "What are you all in a hurry for? And where is your van?" "Hello, Miss Hubbard," Pat panted. "I'm trying to catch up with the Reverend Timms. Have you seen him?" "Oh, he just went a few minutes ago. He's in a hurry too. He wants to catch a train." "I must catch him before he does," said Pat. "I have an urgent message for him. He said he was calling on Ted Glen. You might catch him there. Quick, you can borrow my bike. Go on." Pat put Jess in the basket and wobbled away, gathering up speed. He called over his shoulder, "Thanks, Miss Hubbard. I'll try anything. Hold tight, Jess." Pat whizzed and jolted and wobbled by Ted Glen's. He couldn't stop when he arrived, and he crashed into the workshop door and tumbled into a heap on the floor. "Hello, Pat. Whatever are you doing?" said Ted. "Are you all right?" "Yes, I think so. I'm trying to catch up with the Reverend." "You're too late," said Ted. "The Reverend's gone. He said he would call on Granny Dryden before he catches his train." But when Pat tried to bike, the front wheel wouldn't go round. "Just leave it to me," said Ted. "I'll fettle it. You can borrow these roller skates. I've just mended them. You'll fairly move when you get on these." "Well, I'd said I'd try anything," said Pat. "And we must catch the Reverend before he catches his train. Thanks, Ted. Here we go again. Oops." Pat shot out of Ted Glen's workshop like a rocket and away along the road to Granny Dryden's. But he had forgotten to ask Ted where the brakes were. When he came to a sharp bend in the road, he was going too fast to get around the bend and too fast to stop. So he did a somersault over the gate and landed in a soft patch of mud. Sam Waldron's van was coming along the road. The Reverend Timms was riding in it as Sam was giving him a lift to the station. "I thought I just saw Pat drive over that gate," said Sam. He stopped his van to get a better look. Then Pat scrambled to his feet and waved to them. "It is Pat," said Sam. "Hello, Sam, and hello, Reverend," called Pat. "I caught you just at last. Thank goodness you've not gone to London." Pat told the Reverend all about her sister's telephone message and how he must not go to London after all, as she was coming straight to Greendale. "Lord bless us," he said. "What a good thing you caught me just in time. I'd have gone traipsing off to London and missed Elsie, and she would have been here looking for me. After all that rush, too. Never mind. All's well that ends well. Thank you very much, Pat. Let's go home, Sam, and we'll have a nice cup of tea. Can we give you a lift, Pat?" But Peter Fogg came along with his tractor and trailer. When he heard the story, he said, "It's my fault that Pat had to leave his van. I left my trailer in the road. I'll give you a lift back to your van, Pat. And I'd better get along to meet my sister," said the Reverend Timms. "Godspeed, and thanks to all." So Pat and Jess rode on the back of the trailer. Pat was glad to see his van again, and as for Jess, he never wanted to see a bike or a roller skate again. He curled up thankfully on his seat as Pat drove on his way. As they passed the vicarage, the Reverend was just carrying his suitcase in with an Australian label on it. "She's arrived," he said. "I was back just in time, thanks to you, Pat. And I found your pen on my doorstep." "Thanks," said Pat. "I hope your sister enjoys her visit. Cheerio." "Thanks, Pat. Bye-bye, Jess." "Now, we'll get these letters delivered," said Pat to Jess. "That bothersome wind. It's made a real mischief of itself today." The end. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again here at the ABC Storytime.